just ask one of us. We'll give you the password and all that for it. It's not the main one, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, the story I was... Go ahead, bro. Yeah, do you have that? Are you using that account? Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, you guys can use your own too, but it's up to you. If you want to use that one, all you gotta do is ask, we'll give it to you. Now, Indy's got, even the time we've run it, Indy's built up quite a bit of lore. When I won my first one, and then we came back the next season in season 15, and the race was coming down to the finish, and there were still 9 or 10 cars right there with the pack. I was running in second. I was running behind a guy named Tony Moose. Now, Tony Moose has been around since the very, very beginning of the league. He doesn't really run but occasionally now, but he used to run full-time. He's won a couple Winston Cup, mostly a Winston Cup driver. He won 2 Winston Cup championships, but he's made a handful of spot starts in the Indy cars, and including a few 500s. And so he's in front, and I'm right behind him. And it's just damn near impossible. Like, if you go outside, you know that someone's going to close the gap on you, and you're going to fall back in line. I don't think there's a pass to be made. So we get to the 5 to go, you know, and it's green to the finish, and I come off of turn 2, and I go to the outside, and I'm getting the run, as much of a run as I can, and I'm pulling up beside him, and we're just about to get to the corner, and, you know, it's hero or zero. I think I got enough room. I dive down in front. I just have enough room, make it into the corner. We hold it. We're nose to tail the remaining 4 laps, and I win the race. Give all credit to him afterwards, because a lot of other people would have wrecked me. He saw that I had the room and knew I was going to do that move, so he didn't plow me over. Well, flash forward 4 more seasons. We're in season 19, and we're at the Indy 500, and I'm in the lead looking to win my 3rd, which I still haven't done, but looking to get my 3rd, and there's like, you know, 4 or 5 laps to go, and Tony Moose is the one behind me. And he comes off of turn 2, he swings to the outside, he pulls just ahead, dives in front at the exact same spot on the track at almost the exact same time in the race that I did to him 4 seasons earlier, and he went on to win it, and I finished 2nd. So yeah, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff. A rookie to win the 500. Let me think. No. Wait a minute. No, that's not true, because when we came to Project Cars 2, there were a lot of rookies, and in season 22, Tiernizzle won, so he was a rookie. So yeah, Tiernizzle was a rookie. You can see the list of winners on the website on the IndyCar page. Last season it was Rita, first female winner. But yeah, it's a tough ticket to get in there. After this week's races, there's a bye week except for Friday night when the Indy 500 time trials are open. And we had 28 entries last season. I anticipate somewhere in that neighborhood this season. The top 10 times, you'll basically be having like 2 or 3 rounds of trials, you know, a out lap, hot lap type of situation. And the top 10 times from the time trials are locked into the field. Then 11, 12, 13, and 14 cars are filled through the provisionals, and then the final spot will be filled through bump day, which is before the race on race day, the next week, there's another session for the remaining cars that haven't already been in. And they have one last shot. But there's only one guaranteed spot. It might, if provisionals aren't used, there might be more than one spot for that, but there's only one guaranteed out of bump day. So you definitely want to make the time trials. Who's this? Okay, I got you. Yeah. Oh, a rookie won this race last season. Well, it's your first run at this race, at least. First run in this one, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of this. It's like I wasn't the fastest on the track when I won the Camel GT P2 race here last season, but one thing I did do is I was damn hard to pass. You know, I was really hard to pass, and I kept it off the wall. And that, you know, basically I was able to just you know, take advantage of that. So if you can keep it clean, you know, you're going to be home free. But but keep also in mind that Indy's a little different. There's, you know, considering there's a past champions provisional and the bump day spot, there's only 3 guaranteed points provisionals for the Indy 500. More than likely, if you're in the top 10, I mean, there's a good chance that 6 or 7 of the top 10 in the time trials are drivers in the top 10 in points, but that's no guarantee. It's the oval setup. You don't want to. You won't. That Daytona setup will put you into the wall faster than you can blink. You know, it's definitely an oval setup.
Go, go, go!
Well, when you get to the practices at Indy, you ask the right guy, and I'll give you guys a few track runs if you want at Indy. The key to Indy is, you know, understanding. You have to understand first that it's not really an oval; it's a technical track. It's almost like, yeah, it's like a roval. You have to be. If you just drive it deep into the corners and think you're going to muscle the car through, that's where you scrub speed off. You have to get the steering and everything dialed in just right. And if you get the steering and everything dialed in just right, then you know you can get it to where you're able to. The way you attack the corner is really the key there. Because if you don't attack the corner right, you're not going to reach your maximum speed on the long straightaways. And now all that is out the window. Besides going fast at Indy, there's going fast at Indy, and then there's being fast in traffic. And there's a lot of guys who are fast. I'll give you a perfect example. It was probably about it was either season 18 or 19. It was somewhere in there, and we had a driver on the GT6 days. I don't know, so whoever it is, get rolling. No, we had a driver named Vindictive, and Vindictive was the poster boy for a guy who was fast in practice, fast in qualifying, you know, flagman's worst enemy come race day. He just could never keep it off the wall in race conditions. And we came to, in those days, the Indy 500 qualifying time trials was a 4-lap average, just like they do, and we used to do it like that. And you know, he came out in that time trial, and his overall 4-lap average was faster than all but one individual lap time in the whole time trial. Go ahead. I'm still warming him up. Yeah, he his overall 4-lap average was faster than all but one individual fastest lap time. And when the race started, on the second lap, he put it in. He kissed the wall in the short chute, lost a lap, and was never heard from again. So it's really about being good in traffic, how to time your passes, how to time everything.